Diddy is feeling the repercussions, as we have been talking about ever since Cassie filed the lawsuit against him, which settled. The question was how much or how long will all of these allegations sort of be haunting him? And by the way, since he settled the lawsuit with Cassie, there have been 2 other lawsuits filed, and he continues as he did when they were filed. He is denying all of the allegations. But there are clearly going to be some repercussions, and now they're feeling it at one of his companies in his empire, and that is
one of his biggest, actually.
Yeah, Revolt TV.
I'm snitching in the kitchen. Diddy, gotta tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married, my ex-wife. I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was, my wife says, pick up the phone. It was an unknown number. Pick up the phone. What is calling? Who's calling you? Picked up the phone. It was Diddy. And he said, hey man, we didn't see what the BET Awards, you know, what you doing? I'm like, I'm in bed with my wife. He said, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, what's up? I said, who over there? He said, just me.
If you're talking about Sean Diddy, comes the word on the street is he's running on empty. We're not just snooping around Diddy's money matters. We're also peeping into what Mr. 50 Cent is throwing into the mix. Listen, 50 Cent is getting crowned a genius by Charlemagne, the god himself now. Why is that a big deal? Cause you know Charlemagne doesn't spill the beans against the big shots? If you catch my drift, and why should we care what Charlemagne thinks? Well, if Charlemagne is laying out every bit of what 50 Cent is throwing down, and if he's talking about it, especially if he's not vibing with Diddy, you best believe the higher-ups are slamming the book shut. You see all that teasing 50 Cent's been doing on Diddy surviving Diddy. The whole deal about, oh man, sponsors are going to ditch you. It's not just him poking fun at his rival. It's him playing the genius card, driving down the value of Revolt TV to zilch, so he can snag it from Diddy for chump change. People can scream he's the owner, but guess what? An owner ain't squat without those ad dollars.
Because I'm going to tell you why 50 is literally is a diabolical genius. And he's first of all, you can read 48 Laws of Power and all of that stuff like that. You can read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, but it got to be in you. 50, he posts Diddy reportedly takes temporary leave as chairman of Revolt amid sexual assault lawsuit. 50 says, I'll buy that from you, Playboy, for the low, because you know Cadillac and AT&T gonna pull out.
Those are the sponsors, I presume?
Yes.
All those riches and rags and the spoils of war that we saw Diddy accumulate over the span of his entire music career, well, as it turns out, it may as well have been all smoke and mirrors at this point, believe it or not. Diddy's empire may have been just a castle built in a sandbox, because boy is it crumbling, and 50 Cent is here to make fun of Diddy as he's watching it collapse. 50 Cent has been on Diddy's neck for a few months now, even before all the allegations came Diddy's way from Cassie to victims to leaving. Revolt 50 has been on the roller coaster this whole damn time. He spared him of no mercy. 50 Cent just won't let up on Diddy, especially with all these sexual assault allegations swirling around the Bad Boy Records bigwig. Fed up social media to clown Diddy, who's now facing his 3rd sexual assault lawsuit in a month. The unit head honcho pulled off a bizarre move by blending Diddy and R. Kelly's faces in a pic on Twitter, throwing in R. Kelly's 1998 jam. Did you ever think or some extra spice? The caption went on to say, did he do it coming soon, green light gang? And another one not stopping there. 50 Cent took his thoughts to an Instagram to spill more tea on Diddy's legal mess. No, he will be fine. He has so much money. When his corporate partners pull out, he will just reach in his pockets and make it happen. You saw how fast he paid Cassie. He's a real billionaire. He has money, guys. So if you did, he do it coming soon. These 50 Cent gems dropped right after page 6 spill. Ed the Beans about Unit Films and Television cooking up a TV special about the Bad Boy Record Toncho, hinting at a TV project in the works. 50 threw out the page 6 link on Friday, boasting himself as the top dog producer for the gig. In 50's latest post, he threw up a clip of Eddie Griffin cracking jokes about Diddy. Griffin takes a swipe at Diddy's long-standing feud with Suge Knight, who's currently behind bars.
That nigga on his way to jail, Suge Knight there waiting on him. You get tired of your silly dancing in your videos? All up on cell block, see him dancing and shit. Come on over to death row, baby. Diddy, he did it. Nigga, everybody coming out, nigga. That motherfucker 50 Cent is the most pettiest nigga on earth. Ain't this nigga petty, nigga? He be fucking with this nigga every day. Like.
50Y even talked about Eddie later on his Twitter. Eddie Griffin, LML, doing his thing. Boom. Fifth also went on to say this on his Twitter page. Rapper, I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he will file bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. Here come the receipts. Now 50 hasn't come out and directly said whether he's really working on a documentary about the accusations swirling around Diddy. Instead, he seems to be revived. In the chaos after the news hit about Diddy stepping back from Revolt, the company issued a statement to NBC News spinning it like it's all about keeping Revolt focused on creating meaningful content for the culture and amplifying the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. According to their statement, right before Diddy made his exit, Dawn Montgomery, a co-host from Monuments and Me, a podcast digging into the successes and issues faced by Black women, I did not to return for a new season. Her reason, she's a sexual assault survivor, and it's a matter of personal conviction. I still would like to hear from Revolt's leadership, as there are men in those positions who could have provided a safe space for sexual assault survivors like myself. Montgomery told NBC News, I cannot sign back on and say that I want to be paid to do a podcast where a few of the episodes were probably going to reflect this conversation. Diddy and his people could never do anything towards me to make me feel like I needed to continue to be quiet. And as it turns out, Diddy might have been a scary monster who was really good at hiding for years and years. People are speaking up about his ruthless and violent behavior left and right. The victims are many, and they have united against Diddy to finally take him down. It seems like
in the allegations with Puffy, I think that what was going on around there, I think those niggas were some sexual demons. Is what I get that was going on around Bad Boy Camp in the 90s.
So, the very first blow that brought Diddy under pretty much every media spotlight that you can think of is the Cassie lawsuit. Cassie brought forth a federal lawsuit against Diddy on November 16, accusing the iconic hip-hop figure of rape and a prolonged decade of mistreatment that kicked off when she was merely 19. Cassie was once under contract with Diddy's Bad Boy Records. She piled on a litany of charges spanning sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, and gender-motivated violence, among others. The suit paints a vivid picture of Diddy's controlling behavior commencing in 2005 when they first crossed paths, intensifying when she inked a deal with his label in 2006, and reaching a zenith of manipulation, taking hold of every aspect of her life, from her residence and vehicle to her wardrobe and even medical records. Diddy's alleged exploits include his pursuit of rapper Kid C and orchestrating freak-offs, coercing Cassie into engaging in sex acts with male sex workers while he filmed the encounter. The lawsuit contends that Diddy forcefully imposed himself on Cassie in 2018 despite her vehement protests and attempts to repel him. Following this traumatic incident, Cassie decided to sever ties with him, permanently terminating her association with Bad Boy Records in 2019. After enduring years of silence and darkness, Cassie